What's up, YouTube? It's JRJuggernaut1, and here you go, guys. It's going to be my list of the top 10 cards you should be looking for in the Duelist Revolution set. Don't have much time for talk, so just hear my opinions. Please don't hate, and just listen to what I have to say. Okay, now first we have the obvious cards. Pot of Duality and Naturia Pineapple. These two are pretty obvious. They're both very good cards that, they strengthen. Well, Pot of Duality can strengthen a lot of things, and Naturia Pineapple just strengthens up the Naturia deck, or Naturia, whatever kind of Naturia decks people are trying to make now. They're both secret rares, they're both obviously useful, they're both cards you should definitely look out for, so keep that in mind. I could explain what they do, but, they're so popular, there's really no point. Next, of course, we have Naturia Bamboo Shoot. This is the card that, oh god, it's amazing. Your opponent cannot activate spells or traps as long as it remains on the field, but that only works if you tribute an Naturia monster to summon it. That is awesome. You combine that with Royal Oppression, and that's game, in my opinion. Pretty ridiculous, don't you think? I just find the whole card crazy now that, we're getting Naturia Pineapple. Craziness. Next we have Effect Veiler. It's basically a Herald of Orange Light, but it's sort of like it, I guess. You discard from your hand during your opponent's main phase and negate the effects of one of your opponent's monsters until the end of the turn. It doesn't destroy the monster. That's the main drawback, but it still can stop continuous effects until the end of the turn, so that works. No effect has to actually activate, so keep that in mind. This is going to be a bit controversial, or a bit like, this might sound stupid to some people, but I think you should still look for this. Ultimate Axon Kicker. For those of you who love psychic decks, get this card. It's a badass looking card. It's the psychic fusion monster, the synchro fusion, I guess if you want to call it, that requires a psychic synchro and a psychic monster. Fuse them together, you get this thing. It's a hyper psychic blaster that can't be destroyed by card effects, basically. Ridiculous. Definitely look for it, though. Seriously. Next we have the Fabled Raven. I put this card on the list for two main reasons. Number one, I think it's an amazing Fabled monster. I think it's one of the best Fableds out there. Number two, it's a secret rare. It's actually a good secret rare. Just like Pot of Duality and Naturia Pineapple. Not as good, but still good in my opinion, so I think you should look for it. Crazy, though. Pretty freaking crazy in my opinion. Hopefully it'll be somewhat valuable. I think it should be, because it's just awesome. It works so great with the Fabled Archetype as well as the Dark World monsters, because the effect is discarding cards, but it's also amazing because you're discarding through a card effect instead of as a cost, so yeah. Plus it's a tuner, and it can become a beat stick. Oh god, I could spend a whole conversation talking about why this is so great for the deck, but you get the idea. Next card is Chivalry. I was a little curious why they named it this, but oh well. Chivalry is definitely a good card. I like it because I think it's a great potential side card. You activate it during the battle phase, and you can negate the effect of an opponent's effect monster. You negate the activation, and you destroy the card. I think that's very good. Now, if you think about it, think of all the decks this card really works against. Number one, Glad Beast. Stops them from tagging out, destroys the monster before they can even get the chance to tag out. That is awesome. Next card. Oh, and next deck it can stop. It can stop Honest, for example, if your opponent tries to Honest. It could stop Black Wings because it can stop Shura. It could stop Kalute. It could stop. I guess those are two main things. But I'm just thinking. Think of all the destroyed by battle effects. It'll stop stuff like that, and no cost. So it's definitely something you can consider. Though I think it's best the best card you could use it against is probably Gladiator Beast, just because it's so easy to use it. Next card is Paradox Fusion. This will sound a bit, this is kind of biased because I put this on because I really like this card, especially for the Absolute Zero deck, but it's just so good. Okay, the card is pretty much it's just kind of a negation. What you do is you can negate the effect of a spell or trap, or a normal or special summon. Think about that for a second. Think of how awesome that is. Normal or special summon. And, you know, it's... Oh, no, it's... oh, sorry. It's negate the activation of a spell, trap, monster effect, or the special summon of a monster, and then you can destroy it. You just... The only downside is you have to remove a face-up fusion monster you control to activate this card. But that fusion monster is returned during the second end phase after this card is activated. Wow. Now, I say that's awesome because if you use this with Absolute Zero, my god, look what you get. It's just awesome. Because it's like negate a spell card, destroy everything you control, huh? Just a thought? I just think this is a really great card for the deck, and this is one of the reasons why I think Absolute Zero is going to be viable next format. Next card. Yeah, you guys should have been expecting this as well. Solemn Warning. This is the card that everybody seems to love, and yet people are somewhat iffy about it. The reason this card is so interesting is because it's like a Chaos Trap Hole. You pay 2,000 life points to negate a summon. But unlike Chaos Trap Hole, you're paying life points to negate not only a special summon, but you can also negate the effect of a card that special summons. So something like Call the Haunted, or you know, anything like that. That's in effect. Or Lumina. I don't know. It can just, but it's awesome. It's just annoying you have to pay 2,000 life points, but think about how helpful it can be. And last but not least, I had a lot of trouble coming up with the 10th card, but I think this is a good choice because I personally think this can be a very good card if used in the right deck. And it is Trident Warrior. Now, there are probably better cards than this, but I just chose this card because I think this card can be very great. Trident Warrior is a level 4 warrior monster, 1800 attack, and when it's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 3 monster from your hand. Thinking about it, you wouldn't have that many options, but the fact that you can get an extra summon out of it while also getting a beat stick is, in my opinion, good. I mean, Marauding Captain was a level 3 monster that allowed you to special summon a monster from your hand when it's normal summoned, but this does give you a bit more advantage, you know, with it. You're getting a beat stick, and if you want to lay on the defense and summon another monster in defense, you know, from your hand, if you want to, you know, attack, and then if you want to summon it, have a beat stick, and if you want extra protection, summon a monster from your hand in defense mode. That's good. Think about that. Okay, and yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. Uh, I think this is a good set. I'm excited. Tomorrow's the sneak. I gotta go to bed, but it's gonna be awesome, guys. Hope you all enjoy your sneaks, and you know, enter my contest, please. Please. This is JRJuggernaut1's signing out. Peace, guys.